through your Dharma talk, your teaching. I remember my practice during the retreat, the last retreat. There was a time I was feeling sleepiness, and the practice of the officers came and reminded me by hitting on my right shoulder, and I realized that I was sleepiness. I feel sleepiness, so I go back to the practice. And when I feel like I go back to my practice, the temple officer came back and hit me another one on the left shoulder, and I feel the interruptions in my practice, and I realized that my practice was interruptions by this officer. However, I also think that why this officer already remind me by the first hit, and then still hit me the second one, and interrupt my practice, and I feel like he also interrupt other people surrounding me, and those thinkings are just going on in my mind, and I feel like my practice is interrupted like that. I cannot face with that, the circle of birth and death. All the thinkings interrupt my practice during that time. Is that I'm using the practice to repress all those thinking in my mind? Could you help me? So your mind is in the practice, but it's just the reminder the first time you are okay and going back, but the second times you feel like he interrupted your practice, he interrupted people surrounding you, which means you're running after your thoughts. You attach yourself to the thought already, and you get your mind going out and thinking about others, and you forgot about yourself, losing your practice. As likewise, Zen Master, when he was in the temple, he got hit 400 times just because he broke the rules in the temple. However, he still used that as a reminder to go back to the practice. He never feel bad about the hits or he thinking about others. He just thinking about his problem, that losing the practice will be the problem. That's why he went back to the practice. That's why he realized that he got hit more than 400 times during the retreat. However, he still not paying attention to those. Just get back to the practice, is what he had in his mind. It's just using the aids of those hits to go back to the practice. Even he had all those feelings through his body, but he didn't pay attention to those. He just go back to the practice. Whatever going on in our six senses, we just go back to the practice. Seeing like not seeing, hearing like not hearing, feeling like not feeling, knowing like not knowing. When everything like that, you are completely in the pre-thinking aspect of the mind. And when we can reach that goal, we can get enlightenment anytime. So when we do in a practice, whatever going on, go ahead. We just go back to the practice. Even we got hit, we don't pay attention to that hit. That's a reminder for us to go back to the practice. Like Quả Zen Master, when he was in the times of lunch, he forgot his eating because he focused on practicing. However, he got hit by the officer. He still not having anything going on in his mind except going back to the practice. He not feeling sad, he not feeling bad, but he just used that as a reminder to go back to the practice. After lunch, when we got out to go back to the temple, he forgot his own way to go back to the temple. His friend had to help him to go back. He still don't pay attention. He didn't pay attention to anything going outside, but his asking question and raising doubt. He realized how important it is to keep his practice going diligently, continuously. And that might helping him to get enlightenment later on. So now when we practice in the monastery, we need to practice, and as we look at Master Lai Quả, got enlightenment in only 4 years, we must learn from him and believe in his work, his example, and continue to practice. Believe in our own Buddha nature, consolidate our Buddha nature, and overcome all the ignorance, the habits that we've been having for so long, and we walk on the way of liberation our mind from all of these suffering. Is that understandable?